There's something deeply comforting about a quiet walk, the steady rhythm of your steps, the fresh air, the feeling of being connected to the world around you. For many older adults, walking becomes a daily ritual, a way to stay active, clear the mind, and feel alive. But what if we told you that walking, while beneficial, might not be enough after age 70? In fact, relying on walking alone, especially walking too much, could actually speed up aging rather than slow it down. This idea surprises many, but science and experience both point to an important truth. As we age, our bodies need more than movement. They need the right kind of movement. In this video, we'll gently explore why walking too much after 70 might not support your health the way you think, and what you can do instead to protect your strength, balance, and independence. Because aging well isn't just about doing more. It's about moving smarter with intention and honoring what your body truly needs. If you're ready to feel strong, capable, and energized well into your golden years, this message is for you. And if this speaks to your heart, we invite you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We're here to walk this journey with you wisely, warmly, and together. Walking too much after 70 can accelerate aging. Here's why. Walking has long been seen as the gold standard of exercise, especially as we age. It's simple, gentle, and accessible to most people. For many older adults, it becomes a routine part of the day, a comforting way to stay mobile and connected to the world. But here's something not often talked about. Walking too much after the age of 70 may actually do more harm than good. If it's your only form of exercise, it might seem surprising. How can something so natural possibly be harmful? The answer lies in how our bodies change with age and what they truly need to remain strong, flexible, and independent. After 70, muscle mass naturally begins to decline. A condition known as sarcopenia. Joints may become stiffer, bones thinner, and balance more delicate. Walking is great for light cardiovascular support, but it does very little to preserve muscle strength, joint flexibility, or core stability, all of which are crucial to avoid falls, injuries, and accelerated aging. When walking is the only activity in your routine, you may unknowingly set yourself up for loss of muscle, joint strain, and diminished mobility. Some older adults even experience knee or hip pain from repeated walking on hard surfaces, especially if posture or gait isn't ideal. Let's take an example. Harold, age 74, walked 3 miles every single day for years. He believed this was enough to stay healthy, but over time he noticed his knees hurt more. He had trouble rising from chairs without using his hands, and his balance, once steady, had begun to feel shaky. Despite all his walking, he was losing strength and fast. What Harold didn't realize is something many don't. Walking doesn't build or maintain muscle mass effectively. It's a rhythmic motion that relies on existing strength, but it doesn't challenge or rebuild it, as a result, without additional types of movement. Older adults like Harold can become more vulnerable, not stronger. This doesn't mean you should stop walking, far from it. Walking is still beneficial for circulation, mood, and joint lubrication. But if it's all you're doing, it's simply not enough to meet the complex needs of an aging body. The key to healthy aging is variety, targeted, intentional movement that goes beyond just steps. Your body needs resistance to build and maintain muscle, balance exercises to prevent falls, flexibility, training to keep joints moving freely, core strengthening to protect your spine and posture, and low-impact alternatives to reduce repetitive stress on joints. At Senior Wellness, we understand how important it is to stay active, but also how important it is to move smarter, not just more. That's why we encourage a balanced routine designed to meet the quite unique needs of life after 70. So if walking has been your go-to exercise for years, we gently invite you to reassess. Your body may be asking for something more, something deeper. And by listening to it now, you can prevent future pain, maintain your independence, and live with confidence. As always, please speak with your healthcare provider before starting or changing your fitness routine. Everyone's body is different, and a safe, personalized approach is always best. Walking is a wonderful companion, but after 70, it's not your only ally. Embrace a full spectrum of movement and let your wellness journey truly begin. Strength training after 70, the secret to preserving muscle and independence. As we get older, it's common to hear, just keep moving. And while that's good advice, the type of movement we choose matters more than ever, especially after age 70. One of the most powerful yet often overlooked tools for aging well is strength training. Many seniors assume that lifting weights or resistance training is only for younger people or athletes, but the truth is, after age 70, building and maintaining muscle becomes essential, not optional. Why? Because your muscle mass naturally declines with age. This gradual loss, called sarcopenia, begins as early as your 30s and accelerates as you move into your 70s and beyond. Without strength training, the body simply cannot hold on to the muscle. It needs to support movement, posture, and stability. Let's consider Martha, 76 years old. She took daily walks, did her gardening, and stayed fairly active. But she began noticing small changes. Her legs felt weaker. When climbing stairs, she struggled to carry grocery bags, and she needed her arms to push herself out of a chair. These signs weren't dramatic, but they added up. Martha was losing strength, and with it a bit of her independence. What Martha didn't realize was that walking, while beneficial for circulation, wasn't enough to build or maintain muscle. The body needs resistance, some form of challenge to grow stronger, That's where simple strength training comes in. Strength training doesn't mean heavy gym sessions or intense workouts. For older adults, it can be as gentle and effective as bodyweight exercises like squats or wall push-ups, resistance bands to build muscle without straining joints, light dumbbells or even soup cans to add gentle load to movement, seated leg lifts, step-ups, or chair exercises for added stability. At Senior Wellness, we often emphasize this truth. If you're not actively building strength after 70, you're likely losing it. And that loss doesn't just affect muscles, it impacts balance, bone density, posture, and confidence. Here's the good news: you can rebuild. Studies show that even seniors in their 80s and 90s can regain significant muscle mass and functional strength through consistent, safe resistance training. The key is to start small, be consistent, and focus on movements that support your daily life. For example, practicing standing from a chair without using your hands can help preserve leg and core strength. Doing slow, controlled bicep curls can improve your ability to lift and carry objects. Gentle squats. Using a support or countertop can strengthen hips, knees, and thighs. These movements don't just build muscle, they help you maintain your independence. When your body feels stronger, everyday tasks become easier. You move with more confidence, you reduce your risk of falls and injuries, and perhaps most importantly, you begin to trust your body again. Of course, before starting any strength training program, it's important to consult your doctor, especially if you have pre-existing conditions or concerns. With the right guidance, strength training can be adapted to fit nearly every ability level. As part of your senior health tips routine, think of strength training as an investment. It doesn't take long each day. Just 15 to 20 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week, can make a noticeable difference. Aging doesn't mean becoming weaker. It means becoming wiser and moving with intention. By adding strength training to your routine, you give your body the support it needs to keep doing the things you love for as long as possible. So don't let the term strength training intimidate you. See it as an opportunity, a gentle, empowering way to age with vitality, balance, and grace. Balance exercises. After 70, a quiet but powerful way to prevent falls. As we age, we often pay attention to our heart, health, blood pressure, and joints. But there's one silent skill that tends to slip away without warning. Balance. It's easy to take it for granted, until the first time you wobble while getting out of bed or feel unsure while stepping off a curb. The truth is, poor balance is one of the leading causes of falls in older adults. And falls aren't just painful, they can lead to hospital stays, a loss of independence, and even long-term fear of movement. Yet many people don't even realize their balance is fading until something scary happens. That's why adding simple balance exercises into your weekly routine is one of the most loving, powerful choices you can make for yourself. Let's take the story of Robert, age 78. He always believed he had pretty good balance, even though he hadn't tested it in years. Then one day he lost his footing while reaching for a cup on a high shelf and fell. Fortunately, he wasn't seriously hurt, but the experience shook him. His doctor gently explained that balance, like muscle, needs to be trained and maintained. At Senior Wellness, we often say, if you don't practice balance, you start to lose it. The good news is you can rebuild it safely and effectively with just a few minutes a day. Balance exercises don't have to be intense or complicated. In fact, the simplest movements are often the most effective. Here are a few to gently incorporate into your daily life. Single leg stands. Hold on to a sturdy chair or countertop and try standing on one leg for 10 to 15 seconds. 15 seconds, switch sides. This activates your core and ankle stability. Heel to toe walking. Take slow steps, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other, just like walking on a line. This helps train coordination and focus. Weight shifting. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart and gently shift your weight from one leg to the other. This improves body awareness and control. Sit to stand without hands. Practicing. Getting up from a chair without using your arms builds lower body strength and reinforces balance naturally used in daily life. Even better, these movements can be done right at home in your kitchen, bedroom, or hallway. They require no equipment and take just 5 to 10 minutes per day. Over time, they help strengthen the tiny stabilizing muscles that keep you grounded and confident with each step. And confidence matters. When you feel secure in your balance, you walk taller, move more freely, and engage with life more actively. It's not just physical, it's emotional wellness too. As part of your senior health tips, consider checking in with your healthcare provider or a physical therapist who can assess your balance and recommend exercises tailored to your needs, especially if you've had a fall or feel uncertain. Getting professional guidance is always wise. Remember, balance doesn't disappear overnight. It fades quietly, but with consistent, gentle practice, it can be restored. And by doing so, you're not just preventing a fall, you're preserving your freedom. Aging gracefully isn't about avoiding change, it's about adapting wisely, and balance, though often overlooked, is one of the pillars of a life lived fully and safely. You deserve to feel steady, secure, and empowered in every step you take. Add balance training to your wellness routine, not just for your body, but for your peace of mind. Gentle flexibility and joint mobility. The key to moving freely after 70. As we grow older, movement doesn't always feel as effortless as it once did. Bending to tie your shoes, reaching overhead, or simply turning your head to look behind you, these once simple motions can begin to feel stiff or limited. And often this isn't due to injury or disease, it's simply a loss of flexibility and joint range of motion. It happens gradually, after 70. Muscles tend to shorten, joints may stiffen, and daily routines might not include the variety of motion your body needs. Over time, this can make it harder to enjoy favorite activities, maintain good posture, or move without discomfort. Senior wellness, we believe that healthy aging is not just about strength, it's also about graceful, pain-free movement. That's where flexibility and mobility exercises come in. They may not be as flashy as cardio or strength training, but they're just as important, perhaps even more so for maintaining your quality of life. Let's look at Margaret's story. At 75, she noticed it was getting harder to reach her arms behind her back to fasten her bra. Her hips felt stiff in the mornings, and getting in and out of the car had become awkward. Her doctor explained that her joints weren't damaged, they were simply underused. What she needed was daily gentle movement to restore flexibility and ease. Flexibility exercises are about giving your joints the freedom to move fully forward, backward, and side to side. Here are a few examples of gentle stretches that can be safely added to your day. Neck rotations. Slowly turn your head side to side and then tilt your ear toward each shoulder. This can reduce stiffness and improve awareness while driving or walking. Shoulder rolls and arm circles. Loosen tight shoulders and improve range when reaching for shelves or dressing. Torso twists. Sitting or standing, gently rotate your upper body side to side to keep your spine mobile and reduce tension. Hip openers. Simple seated leg lifts or gentle standing side swings can restore ease in walking and sitting. Ankle circles and calf stretches. Keep your lower legs supple, improving balance and reducing foot discomfort. These movements don't require equipment, and they can be done while seated, standing, or lying down, whatever feels safest and most comfortable for you. The key is consistency. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can bring noticeable improvements in how your body feels and functions. Flexibility, work also supports. Holistic health. It reduces muscle tension, improves circulation, supports better sleep, and can even lift your mood. When your body moves with more ease, your mind tends to feel lighter too. If you've been feeling tight, stiff, or less agile lately, don't ignore it. These are gentle reminders from your body asking for attention, not punishment but loving care. And as always, if you're dealing with any chronic pain or joint issues, it's best to speak with your doctor or physical therapist to guide your practice safely. By focusing on flexibility and joint health, you're not only reducing discomfort, you're preserving your ability to do what matters, dressing with ease, reaching for what you need, moving through your day with grace and confidence. Aging doesn't have to mean rigidity. It can be a time of fluidity, lightness, and continued freedom. If we choose to move mindfully, stretch gently, and honor the body we live in. This is the heart of senior wellness, caring for your body in ways that feel good, feel kind, and help you thrive. One small movement at a time. Strengthening your core and posture. After 70, protecting the spine and restoring stability. As we age, it's not uncommon to notice subtle shifts in the way we stand, move, or carry ourselves. Maybe your shoulders round forward more than they used to. Perhaps your lower back feels tight, or your steps are shorter and less steady. These changes often stem from a quiet but critical area of the body, your core. Many people think the core is just about having flat abs, but in reality your core is much more than that. It includes your abdominal muscles, lower back, hips, and pelvic floor. Together these muscles form the foundation for almost every movement you make, from standing up out of a chair to reaching for something on a high shelf. Unfortunately, traditional walking doesn't do much to engage or strengthen these deeper muscles. And after age 70, when natural muscle loss begins to accelerate, core weakness can lead to poor posture, back pain, reduced balance, and even a greater risk of falling. Let's take Linda as an example. At 72, she was active. She walked daily, did light chores, and stayed involved in her community. But she began to notice her back aching more often. She also found it harder to stand for long periods without leaning or feeling fatigued. A visit to her doctor confirmed it. Her core muscles had weakened over time, and her posture was suffering as a result. At Senior Wellness, we often remind older adults that a strong core is like an internal support belt. It helps you stay upright, keeps your spine protected, and makes every movement more controlled and confident. The good news is that strengthening your core doesn't require high-impact workouts or gym machines. In fact, gentle, focused movements done consistently can make a huge difference. Here are a few examples. Seated pelvic tilts. Sitting upright, gently rock your pelvis forward and backward. This strengthens lower back and abdominal muscles in a safe position. Wall posture resets. Stand against a wall, align your heels, hips, shoulders, and head. Try to hold that posture for 30 seconds. It retrains your body to stand tall and balanced. Marching in place while seated. Lift one knee at a time while sitting up straight. This activates your core and hip flexors and improves circulation too. Gentle bridges. Lying on your back with knees bent, slowly lift your hips while keeping your shoulders grounded. This builds strength in the glutes and lower spine. Each of these can be done at home using just your body weight and adjusted for your comfort and ability. Start slowly with just a few repetitions and increase as you feel stronger, beyond physical strength. A supported core brings emotional benefits. 2. Standing taller can increase confidence, reduce feelings of fragility, and help you feel more grounded, literally and emotionally. As with any new activity, be sure to consult your doctor or a physical therapist, especially if you have back conditions or balance concerns. A personalized approach is always the safest and most effective. The core may be hidden beneath the surface, but its impact is visible in every step you take, every time you sit or stand, and every breath you draw. By focusing on this essential center, you are choosing to invest in your independence, comfort, and dignity. In the world of senior wisdom, true strength isn't loud, it's quiet, it's steady, and it starts deep within. Gentle yet powerful, low-impact exercise, alternatives to walking after 70. Walking has long been a go-to activity for older adults. It's simple, familiar, and requires no special equipment. But after age 70, when joints may begin to feel worn or unsteady, walking alone, especially long distances or on hard surfaces, might not be the most supportive form of movement. That's where low-impact alternatives come in. Low-impact exercises are gentle on the joints while still delivering big benefits for strength, flexibility, circulation, and energy. These movements reduce repetitive stress and allow seniors to stay active without pushing their bodies into discomfort or injury. Let's take John, age 75. He had walked every morning for years, but over time his knees began to ache and his hips felt stiff. He found himself slowing down, not because he was tired, but because the impact on his joints became too much. His doctor suggested transitioning to eat low-impact options, and it made all the difference. At Senior Living and Senior Health Tips programs, experts increasingly recommend these types of exercises to protect aging joints and keep movement enjoyable. Here are some of the best options. Swimming or water aerobics. Water supports your body weight, relieving pressure on joints. At the same time, it provides natural resistance, helping you strengthen muscles without strain. Swimming laps or joining a gentle water aerobics class can be refreshing, safe, and highly effective for full-body conditioning. Stationary or recumbent biking. Cycling, especially on a stationary or recumbent bike, offers a low-impact way to get your heart pumping and legs moving without the pounding effect of walking. It improves circulation, knee flexibility, and endurance, all from a seated, secure position. Tai Chi. This ancient practice combines slow-flowing movements with deep breathing and mindfulness. Tai Chi improves balance, focus, coordination, and joint range of motion. It's often described as meditation in motion, and it's especially beneficial for reducing fall risk and enhancing mental calm. Chair exercises. Not everyone feels steady on their feet, and that's perfectly okay. Chair-based workouts using light hand weights or resistance bands can offer a full-body workout from a seated position. These exercises support strength, posture, and flexibility, all while keeping you safe. Gentle yoga or stretching routines. Yoga focuses on stretching, breathing, and body awareness. It gently increases flexibility, opens stiff joints, and calms the nervous system. Many community centers and online platforms now offer senior-specific yoga classes, including seated or bed-based options. These alternatives aren't just safer, they're empowering. They remind us that staying active after 70 doesn't mean pushing through pain, but rather listening to your body and finding ways to move that feel good and support your long-term wellness. As always, speak with your doctor before starting any new routine, especially if you have arthritis, joint replacements, or balance concerns. Many programs and instructors are trained to adapt movements to fit your comfort level and physical ability. Low impact doesn't mean low results. In fact, these exercises often lead to more consistent routines, less injury, and greater joy in movement. And when exercise feels good, you're more likely to stick with it day after day, year after year. Aging well isn't about pushing harder. It's about moving wisely, gently, and intentionally, with care and self-respect. So if walking has become more tiring than energizing, consider exploring these options. Your joints will thank you, your energy will rise, and your sense of freedom may grow in beautiful ways. After all, senior living is about more than just growing older. It's about thriving in the body you're in and moving through life with ease, grace, and confidence. Aging is not about slowing down. It's about moving forward with wisdom, grace, and the courage to adapt. Every small step you take today supports the freedom and vitality you deserve tomorrow, so be kind to your body. Listen to what it needs and choose movement that brings you joy. If this video uplifted you or someone you care about, feel free to subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts in the comments. Your journey matters, and we'd love to walk it with you every step of the way.